Hey my beautiful Taurus peeps, what's going on everybody? It's Ann from CancerMoonsTarot and welcome into your November 2023 tarot reading. How are you? I hope you guys are doing well. I do want to mention before we start, if you're interested in a personal reading, you can check out my website, CancerMoonsTarot.com. It's going to be the first link in the description box below. Nonetheless, the Bull Gang, let's see what's going on here for you regarding your November 2023. So what's going to be in store here, please, for the zodiac signs of Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus throughout November 2023. What do we got coming up here for you? Let's go ahead and take a look. Starting out with the overall energy, we do have here a Nine of Swords. Taking a look at the current energy, we have the Chariot, what you're dealing with. We have here the Hermit, and then taking a look here at the current outcome, we do have a Page of Swords coming into play here for you guys as well. So first and foremost, we do have the Nine of Swords, which can represent a little bit of fear, worry, anxiety. You know, it could be any of these types of energy showing up here for you at this time, but I do see here with your current energy being paired to the overall, you got a Chariot card, which does mean that you're starting to move past that. So if you've been experiencing any sort of anxieties, any sort of frustrations, if you've been experiencing any sort of sadness or grief that you've been going through at this time, I definitely do feel like with the Chariot, you're starting to move out of that energy, which is quite positive actually to see. So you could be moving out of some sort of low vibrational energy if you've been feeling that way for a little bit of time. Having a look at what you're dealing with though, we have here the Hermit, which is awesome. Hermit card here is a card of wisdom. It also is a card here that can represent like taking space, taking a step back. What you're taking a step back from here ideally is going to be that Nine of Swords. So you're removing yourself from low vibrational energy. But I feel like with the Hermit, it's like you've found the wisdom as to why you've needed to detach from whatever low vibrational energy this was or whatever was causing that low vibe, you know? This could be the wisdom to kind of see a person for who they really are, to see a situation for what it really is. I'm hearing like you've peeled back the veil or you've lifted the veil and you've been able to see things very clearly. Funnily enough, shooting this on Halloween, the day that the veil is the thinnest between, you know, our world and the spirit world, if you will, which is what's always been told. So finding that very interesting that that's what's coming into play here for you. But either way, looking at the outcome right now, we have here a Page of Swords. You know, Page of Swords here represents the energy of hesitation. It can also represent though the energy here of making some action or taking action and doing it pretty low key. And I feel like this is about you getting the wisdom, knowing that you need to pull back and draw back from some situation in your life, and you're not making it incredibly apparent or noticeable. It's like little by little, I'm going to go ahead and distance myself from someone or something at this time. So that's what I'm seeing here showing up so far regarding your main situation. You know, maybe you're coming to the conclusion or realization that a person in your life isn't good for you. They could have been causing lots of low vibrational energy. Could have been a job. It could have been a habit. It could have been, you know, a friend, a family member, a lover. But with this realization and with the wisdom to know that it's time to pull back, I think you're going to be experiencing so much of a better vibe and a better energy. Like a lot of weight here is being lifted off of your shoulders, Team Taurus. Let's see what's showing up here in your challenge position for this month. For the challenge, we have here the Moon card showing up for you. Now, the Moon card's Pisces energy. You could be connecting with a Pisces. I also want to mention you could be dealing with a Virgo here or possibly a Cancer, but seeing this show up in your challenge as the Moon is kind of giving me the vibe here that you were very emotionally engaged in a person or a situation. All right. So that's why it's so much of a challenge, or was a challenge here, to detach because of how emotionally invested you were, which is quite understandable. I mean, at the end of the day, if you are emotionally invested in a person, it makes sense as to why it would be really hard to take some time away from them. If you are emotionally invested in a habit, you know, even if you know the habit was not doing any sort of good, but was causing harm, even though you're emotionally invested in it, and even though a part of you enjoys it, you know, it's difficult to detach from it just because it's not serving you, right? For example, it's like things like smoking, right? At the end of the day, it's very pleasurable. It's a, you know, pleasurable activity, but it's an activity that's incredibly harmful. But even smokers can be very emotionally invested into the habit of smoking cigarettes. So whatever the case may be here for you, I do think that the biggest challenge here was the emotional connection to either this specific person or this specific scenario that you were invested in. But at the end of the day, it was causing quite a negative effect, and that's the realization you're having, okay? All right, let's go ahead and move forward. Let's see what's going to be going on here throughout the rest of your November. So let's see what's going to continue here for Taurus. What can they expect throughout the rest of their November 2023? What else can Taurus here expect? First card out is going to be the Seven of Swords. The following is going to be the Six of Swords. We also have here the Three of Cups, and we have here the Eight of Cups showing up as well. Very interesting. Be mindful of being gaslit or having people trying to condemn you for walking away, knowing that what you're walking away from is to protect yourself and to protect your mental health. Because Seven of Swords here to me is people that can be very deceptive, people that can have misconceptions. I think a lot of people, Taurus, this month are going to have misconceptions of you. Let them is the best way that I can put it. If people are having misconceptions of you, if they don't know the full story, if they don't understand where you're coming from, it isn't their business to begin with, but don't let them even get to you. Don't even bother letting them get to you. Just know that you know your truth. Let's say, for example, you're walking away from a very harsh relationship. Maybe that harshness was always behind closed doors. You know, maybe friends and family members and outsiders of your relationship always viewed your relationship as amazing and perfect, but maybe you struggled a lot because you dealt with a very harsh partner, and all of that was kept under wraps, all that was kept behind closed doors. If that's your situation and you start to walk away from this person and you have your friends and your family saying, why would you do that? You were in a great relationship. I can't believe you did that, yada, yada, yada. That could be the misconceptions I'm referencing. For other people, they might have known that you were in a harsh space, and, you know, unfortunately, they could be throwing shade or throwing negativity at you. But either way, universe here is telling you, literally stand strong, Team Taurus. This is not the time to worry or give a fuck, very bluntly, about other people's opinions, because you know your truth, and your truth is all that you need to focus on and follow, and not be concerned about what other people may potentially be thinking about you. So really do keep that in mind. You know, maybe you're leaving behind a job and somebody here is like, how could you leave that job behind, Taurus? It was so amazing. Maybe they don't know what it was like. Maybe they don't know how it mentally affected you, physically affected you. Maybe you had a really shitty boss. At the end of the day, it's not other people's problems or worries. So keep on making sure that you're sticking to your truth, because you know what? Your truth is what's going to bring forth happiness and set you free with the Three of Cups. And I think that that's exactly what's happening here, because you know what? Eight of Cups is coming in here too. It's like you're choosing to walk away here from the Seven of Swords people, the people who have misconceptions, the people who have deceitful intentions. You're not paying no mind to them, Taurus. It's like, I'm setting myself free here from something that really was genuinely not good for me on a mental level, for some a physical or even spiritual level, okay? But, you know, regardless, I do want to mention, going back to the challenge for a second, being the Moon card, it is a challenging time. Because whatever this is, you are emotionally invested into it. You can be emotionally invested into people, your work, etc. So it was tough to do that. But you know that right now, the best thing that you can do is take care of yourself, and that's the path you're on, and I definitely support that for you, all right? What else here can Team Taurus expect throughout the rest of their November 2023? Is there any other information on what they can expect? We have here the Two of Cups. We have here the Ten of Pentacles. I immediately heard with the Two of Cups that you're finding yourself again. So Taurus, in a way, if you felt like you have become lost, this is about becoming found again, reconnecting to who you truly are. And let's say, for example, maybe you're reconnecting to who you are, but let's say you've been unhappy with the person you are. This could even be the energy of connecting to the person that you want to be. So you may notice coming into the month of November, it's like, I'm finally stepping up into the person that I've always desired to become, which is a very beautiful feeling, a very stable feeling, and a very happy feeling here with the Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles is like, I've become all of who I've wanted to be, and that's what matters. So it's a very awesome month here, I think, for self-gratification in a way. I don't know if self-gratification is the word that I'm trying to use, but just being able to be proud of yourself for becoming the best person that you can be for yourself, and allowing yourself to put yourself in good situations that are going to make you happy, to ignore the naysayers, to remove yourself from low vibration. It's like you're doing everything you can to literally have the best life you can and to be the best you can be. And I think that that's definitely worth applause. So I do applaud you on that. And I do feel here, once again, if you have felt like you've been lost, it's like, this is the energy of like, I found myself again, and I feel really, really happy about that. You know, it's like, it's emotional for sure, because I feel a bit emotional hearing that from you guys, but it's really like a positive thing. It's like a happy cry or something like that, you know? So it's a massive win here, Taurus, I think, for many of you. You know, right now, even if other people are like looking at you like, what are you doing with your life? It's like, screw the other people, Taurus. You know, if you're happy, that's the literally most important thing. Okay? So far, so good in terms of what you can expect. Now, that is what I have here for your main situation. Let's get on into the rest of the read. I'm going to take a look here, Taurus, at your career, your love life, your personal life. So let's hop on into that and see what's going on in November. Let's go ahead and start out with career for Taurus. What's coming up in career for the Bull Gang regarding November 2023? What insights and information do we have for Taurus? First card is going to be the Knight of Swords. The following is going to be the Knight of Cups. We also have here the Seven of Cups showing up, and I feel like I need one more card, so Taurus, here we go. Ace of Cups. Now, I know that this is not about love, but there could be some sort of workplace romance getting conjured up here coming into the month of November, so if that happens to be the case here for you, you might be noticing things developing pretty fast. So if you have a coworker, things between your coworker could potentially be developing fast here in love and romance. That might be the case for some of you. Now, dropping love and romance aside for a second, since this is mainly about career, I do want to mention with the Knight of Swords here paired to the Knight of Cups, there could be some quick advances happening in your career, which I definitely feel is quite lovely. Seven of Cups here can represent the energy of confusion, but it also can represent the energy here of options. Some of you might feel very confused at how quickly things have elevated in your career space. So if you have kind of gone into your career, maybe you were relatively new, but you're moving up the ranks really fast, you might feel a little bit confused. But I almost want to say, like, if you're moving up really quickly, be proud of yourself because you're doing really good work. Now, if the Seven of Cups is representing lots of options, that's even better, right? Because a lot of more opportunities and a lot of more options showing up for you means to be able to be put into a position to make way more moves in your career and have way more and much more success. I see here with the Ace of Cups, that is the card that generally speaks of feeling very fulfilled and feeling pretty happy with where you stand. So I think for most of you coming into your career this month, you're going to be pretty happy with where you stand. I think a lot of you could have quick developments happening, meaning that you can be moving up the ranks in your career. But at the end of the day, happy with where you stand, happy with the work that you're doing, not seeing many complaints here for the Bull gang. So career definitely looks quite well. Having a look here into love, let's take a look now, guys. I'm going to have a look here first at the single Taurians, then we'll jump into the couples. So for single Taurus peeps, what's coming up in love? For the single Taurus peeps, moving into November 2023. First card out is going to go ahead and be the Five of Pentacles. The next card here is going to be the Six of Cups. We also do have here the Seven of Wands in reverse. Now, typically, I don't have reversals in the tarot, but this one decided to come out reverse, so I'll take a look at this in just a moment. But Five of Pentacles here for the single Taurians paired with the Six of Cups. I think that if you are single at this time, you could be leaving someone specifically in the past. You might have been doing healing work over the past couple of months of letting go of a past partner, letting go of an ex, somebody you previously engaged with. I think that this is the energy of like, I've needed to be single until I could literally verify that I'm over my ex-partner and that I'm over my past and I'm ready for something new. So it's like you've remained single by choice. You've restricted access, Seven of Wands in reverse. You've restricted people from being able to have an opportunity with you and engage with you romantically because you wanted to make sure you were actually ready to put yourself back out there to date again, to love again, X, Y, and Z. So I understand where you're coming from here, single Taurians, because it's like, I don't want to be attached to my past and then meet somebody new and be stuck between the past and the present. It's like I want to be fully present to my next relationship and I want to be ready for it. So I do feel like single Taurians here are remaining single by choice until you feel like you've fully taken that leap to heal from your past, which is definitely understandable. And I think that's actually a very mature way to go about it. So props to you. For any of the single Taurians that resonates with. Getting on into the couple Taurians, what's going on for couple Taurus throughout November 2023? What do we got? First card out is going to be the Eight of Swords. Following is going to be the Queen of Cups. And we have here the Sun card showing up as well. Eight of Swords can be the energy of being overwhelmed, being anxious. I think that at the end of the day here, this is more so about not your relationship, but maybe one of your partners or yourself may personally be kind of in your head about something specific. I think it's going to be a very reassuring month. You know, if you're worried about something right now, Taurus, I feel like your partner is going to be very reassuring towards you. If your person's worried about something, you're going to be very reassuring towards them. So I think that there's external problems showing up that are outside of the relationship, but I feel a lot of support showing up between you both. Queen of Cups is the card of love, so you both are loving and supporting each other, and I think that you're going to be both pretty happy, not only with your relationship, but the support's really going to help throughout the process of whatever external problems are happening and manifesting here at this time. So whatever's going on, it's the realization that we're a team, and we're going to continue to remain a team, and we're going to continue to put the work in as a team. So I see everything here functioning quite amazing in your relationship here for the couple Taurians. I see you both being being great partners, great supporters, and most importantly, really just representing the energy of what it's like to be a team together. So absolutely love that for you for the couple Taurus. Now, hopping on into what's going on with Taurian peeps a little bit more personally. Let's have a look at that. What's going on with our Taurus gang on a little bit more of a personal level throughout November 2023. First card out is going to be the Four of Pentacles. Next card is going to be the King of Pentacles. And lastly, Queen of Swords coming into play here for you as well. I dropped one of my tarot cards on the ground, but don't worry about it, okay? Anyways, we got here the Four of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles, and we have here the Queen of Swords. You know, looking at things a little bit more personally for you, I mentioned this entire time throughout the main situation, you really are focusing on protecting yourself. You know that you are to be cherished. You know that you're as good as gold. You know that at the end of the day, you don't deserve to be involved in lower vibrating situations. So with the Queen of Swords coming out here as well, this is talking about the removal of anything that does not serve Taurus. And I feel like that showed up pretty clearly in the main situation with you guys about how you were saying, I've got the wisdom to know and to see that something I'm invested in right now isn't good for me. So I'm going to choose to do better for myself, despite what people may say or what people may think. And I think ultimately here for you guys, with the King of Pentacles coming out as well, on a personal note this month, you're feeling incredibly comfortable, way more comfortable than in comparison to how you felt previously. Whether you were dealing with this low vibrational situation for a couple of months, couple of weeks, it's like where you stand now, you stand in a much more comfortable spot here in November 2023. So I like that a lot for you. I think you're going to be doing a lot better here, especially mentally for many of you that are watching. And I think that it's nice to know that you're making good strides here towards bettering yourself and your life. And you're happy with that because you're starting to see the results here manifest. All right, Taurus, let's have a look here and see real quick the overall outcome for your month here in November. What's going to be the overall outcome here for Team Taurus throughout November 2023? And what do we got? We have here the Magician. I like it. Magician card can be the card here of now you see me and now you don't, okay? I do get the sense here, Taurus, this is about recognizing, where am I supposed to show up? Am I supposed to show up for the people that don't deserve my affection, my love, and my attention? Am I supposed to show up for the people who mistreat me or the people who don't appreciate me? Or am I supposed to show up for the people who do love me, who do appreciate me, who do care about me? Should I show up for others or should I show up for myself? And I think that for many of you here, you're recognizing I was in a scenario where I wasn't doing the best for me. You know, I was put into a position to where something was negatively impacting me more than bringing in positive energy. So the Magician here says, I needed to show up for myself. And you can finally sit here and say that you definitely did, because you are showing up for yourself here coming into the end of the month. And I think you're quite happy with where things are going. By the way, too, the Magician's also a card here of manifestation and alchemy. It is the energy of being the creator of your reality. And interestingly enough, I do almost see the horns coming up over here on this card, so it kind of almost looks like the Taurus sign over here, even though I'm not sure if it is, but either way, kind of interesting to see that show up here for you on this card specifically. Naturally though, this card is representing the energy of Virgo. Regardless for you though, Taurus, it is the card of manifestation. You are the creator of your reality. You are the writer and the author of your own story. And if you are writing a story, or if you're in a story that doesn't fit the kind of desired life you wish to live, remember that by being the author, you can write a better script. Point blank, period. So I think a lot of you are breaking away here right now from the things in life that aren't serving you anymore. And that's fantastic. I think that Scorpio season is going to show that energy for a lot of people. I think there's one thing, if there's one thing that Scorpio season is going to do, it's going to bring out all the things that have been in the dark and cast a huge light on them and say, hey, this hasn't been addressed. This hasn't been looked at. This has been this, you know, here's something that's been in the abyss or in the darkness that's been affecting you that you haven't seen. Here's the light. I shine the light on it. Here we go. Now you can see what's been affecting you. Now you can see what's not good for you. Are we going to let that continue, or are we going to end those cycles and move ourselves into better positions? And into better positions, Taurians, you shall go. Okay? All right, though, Team Taurus. With that being said, I hope that you enjoyed your reading here for the month of November 2023. Thank you so much for coming out and giving me the option here to read for you. I really appreciate it. Thank you for doing me the honor to be able to read for every single one of you. Of course, if you did enjoy today's video, definitely do drop a like. It would really mean mean a lot. Of course, if you're new, consider subscribing. I'd be more than happy to have you and welcome you here into the Soul family. If you want a personal reading, first link in the description below to my website. I'll be happy to book you guys there. But Taurus, have a great day, a great rest of your November, and I will see you all in the next video. Much love and have yourselves a good one. Peace.